everyone. So it is the 23rd of May today. Just got in a arm workout today. I have been kind of in a weird place for the last week, I guess, where I just haven't felt very motivated, and I just haven't been able to get in with the right regularity. So yeah, I've the last few workouts and the last few videos I've been kind of all over the place, but today I had a really great arm workout, and I also went ahead and switched over to deadlifting instead of leg pressing, because again, the leg pressing is bothering my quad a little bit. Today is officially day number 31 of the program, meaning that I am officially halfway done, and it is a little bit delayed, unfortunately, but things happen, life happens. So the second half of the program is going to be much like the first. I am going to swap out the accessory exercises just a little bit to change things, and I will be deadlifting instead of leg pressing as much. I'll probably still be leg pressing one day out of the 3, but the other 2 days I'll be doing the deadlift instead. The reason for that is, again, just because the quad is bothering me. It's been kind of on and off the entire month that I've been training so far, and rather than continue to exacerbate it when we're adding more and more weight to the leg press every week, I would rather just do that one day and then the other 2 days focus on something more hip dominant. I'm not using the same rep scheme. I'm just going to go for 10s instead of 25s because I don't want to ever do 25 reps of deadlifts ever. So yeah, there's that. Aside from that, last week was also aside from just kind of feeling weird and not being able to get my workouts in, I wasn't really able to get much writing done either. Just had a lot of stuff going on at my job, so I didn't have as much free time to work on that, during the day. And then also just, at home, just things weren't quite gelling together. I wasn't able to, put in a lot of extra time. So, whatever. This week is already kicking off to a great start. I've got, I got a lot of work done today, and yeah, it feels good to be back on track, basically. Today, what did I write about today? I can't even remember, which is probably a good thing, because when I can't remember what I wrote about, it usually means that I wasn't too offended by anything, I guess. I didn't have to, go in too much detail about stuff, which, that works. That's exciting. The only thing that's really interesting that's happened in fitness lately is there was the whole thing where Charles Poliquin did a weird fat shaming post, and I was actually pretty surprised by how much of an outpouring there was against that, which is a good thing, obviously, because for those of you that don't know, Charles Poliquin he's a coach. He's been a coach for a really, really long time. He's really well respected. He's also kind of batshit crazy, and the number of weird things that he's said over the years, we could fill a book with them. My personal favorite is he has this one throwaway line in an article he's written that's if you want to get better at squatting, the only way to get better at squatting is to squat at least 15 times a week. And it's not clear from the context what he means by that. Does he mean 15 sets? Does he mean 15 different workouts? But he seems to be saying 15 different workouts, more than 2 workouts a day. That seems to be what he's saying, but it's really not clear. And it's such a bizarre line, and he just throws it in there without any, without any justification or anything like that. He does a lot of sort of pseudoscience quackery stuff. He's known, he was doing, a tour with Klokov a while back, and he was doing a thing where he was showing how this one, manual tissue therapy that he promotes, I think it was Graston, I can't remember what one it was exactly, but he was, talking about the amazing results it gives you, and he, proved it by having some guy lie out on a table, and he does some stuff, and the guy's like, oh, wow, I feel so much better now. That's not so the thing that a lot of people don't understand with your body is that, like, yes, there are sometimes actual real solutions to issues. Like, if you've got a certain pain or a certain movement dysfunction, sometimes there is a direct source for that. And if there is a direct source, that means you can fix it by going to that source. But there's a lot of other magic tricks that you can do that make things temporarily work better. And like massage and like a lot of the stuff that involves just tissue manipulation, like just because your body has that stimulus, it, like sort of relaxes, or, it opens up the area, even if it's not actually making anything better or improving anything. So it's one of those, like it's not hard to sort of mash around on somebody's body for a little bit and then be like, oh look, you've got, way better range of motion. Well, yeah, of course you did. You just, like mashed up the tissues a bit and, your body opened up your range of motion temporarily. Cool. Like that's not new or unique or special or interesting. So he's got all kinds of weird statements he's made. He believes that kettlebell swings are unsafe regardless of how you do them, but then he promotes an extremely similar exercise that's essentially just a kettlebell swing with a little bit of added motion. He hasn't been respected as a coach in the fitness community for a long time. So what he did recently was he posted a picture of an obese woman sitting at a grocery store, not a grocery store, probably a mall or something, and she's sitting on a bench, and he takes a picture of it, and he makes some really rude comments about her, and then like people like point out that this is a shitty thing to do, and he reacts by removing the picture and making this sort of half apology thing. He's he's an old guy. He's on the way out. He's the past. He's like that embarrassing old grandfather, uncle that you have that like you don't really enjoy having at family parties anymore. He's don't listen to him. Sadly there are plenty of people that still listen to him. There was a podcast he did with Tim Ferriss last year that I know about. I listened to it, and he came across in the podcast as seemingly pretty reasonable and pretty smart. And he's very good at that. He's very good at seeming very smart. He also has extremely pseudoscientific ways of doing things. So it's kind of bizarre that he uses, and like many weird pseudoscientists, he uses the trappings of science. He can always provide studies or sources to back up what he believes, but then he goes ahead and says crazy things like you shouldn't run on treadmills because treadmills like shoot electricity into your body and that kills you or whatever. I honestly can't remember that argument. That one was a long while back. The point is, he's been embarrassing himself saying weird stuff for years and years and years, and it's not time to start listening to him any more than it was, yesterday or the day before or a week ago. So, yeah, Charles Poliquin, I'm sure he's a decent coach in many respects. He's not someone to listen to. Things happen. Anyway, I'm going to go to sleep. So, as always, like, comment, share. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.